Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Cleveland Browns. The Ravens always tough on defense, and this play no different here. They disguise their coverage, force Dylan Gabriel to make an errant throw, and this one's being taken back to the house. Touchdown. The Ravens take care of business. The number 2 seed will get another home game in the divisional round. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants at home to take on Washington. And this is Jackson Dart. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Giants will live to fight another week. They're moving on to the divisional round. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos hosting the LA Chargers. And this is the running back. He gets it, he finds some field, and he's going to leave everyone in his wake. He's gone. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets to start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1. Team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mullins. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30.
12 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
And Jackson throwing once more. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzled. Razzled to him, can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On play action, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Off the play fake. Nix throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Broncos first.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
First down. 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Jason Myers on for the field goal.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's That's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Henry up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game,
there he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Get right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And coming out now, the Broncos. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Luke now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And a nice this return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing after the interception. Nix. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Nix to the air. He targets Ingram for another grab. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup.
To throw is Nix. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll go play action with Nix. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. Now Jackson throwing to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Our first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. And that will be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the 2nd half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Moving inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. this loop for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
5 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Castillo. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down, Broncos.
Right back to him on 1st down. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Castillo. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Running free at the 45. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson hit, and he loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the fumble recovery, Nix. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Nix. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Castillo. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
That's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 10.
Nix from the shotgun. He'll get that complete to Franklin. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Broncos first down.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Starts on the coverage.
2nd and 10. Here's Nix once more. That's taken in by Franklin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A first down carry for Henry. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run. It's Henry. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Going for it all. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
17 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And this is the Ravens wideout. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get it. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Ravens are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. The Lions use that bye week to their advantage. They'll get another home game next week in their quest for the Super Bowl. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the Tennessee Titans. And this is the Titans wideout. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Titans are moving on. They are now one win away from the Super Bowl. And with that, the divisional round is complete. We're down to 4. Next Sunday night, we will know the Super Bowl matchup. Until then, Scott Hansen saying goodnight from Orlando.